Okay guys, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be explaining something that has been a major topic in most of the discussions. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the ICC method. We call it indication, okay, and then we have correction, and then continuation. Okay, so first things first, what do we want to see? So price here made a higher high. This was the first previous lower high, okay, and then if here we have what, a lower low. So this was the previous lower low in the market, okay, but what has price done? Price has not yet given us an indication that it wants to push any lower. What do we want to see? So price has already given us indication by going above this level, okay. So next time that price comes above this level, I know that it has the potential to reach this high over here. So the first tip, if it goes above that level, it will be that high. And the next time that price goes underneath that level also, I know that price can potentially reach the low. So here we'll be selling. Stop loss will be just above this previous high. TP is gonna be at this previous low, as simple as that, because price has shown me that whenever it goes underneath this level, it has the potential to continue to this, at least that area. So we shall wait a bit and we see that price hit our take profit, okay. Price hit our take profit and also give us an indication that is actually below this price range over here, under the previous lower low, that price can potentially push lower. So we want to first of all see what price does. So what do we see? Well, we have seen that whenever price goes underneath this level, we have the potential for price to push at least a few pips, and then afterwards we have the continuation to the upside. So what do we want to see? Well, in the old days, all I want to see right now is price to break and then make a new lower low. That is another indication. So we have another indication over here. We see that price is actually forming a new lower low. So what do we expect? We expect that if price goes above that level, underneath that level, we may have exactly what we wanted. So price has now given us a potential to start buying, because we have seen that it has come to the same zone, okay. So what do we see previously? We saw that after price reached above this zone, we are able to push all the way to this area here, okay. So price has the potential to continue buying. Stop loss will be underneath this low, and then TP is gonna be at above this this level around here, okay. That will be my TP. We got stopped out, it's okay, we can always get stopped out, that's not part of the issue. But we have seen that price has so far not given us an indication for buys. We already have a continuation pattern for buys after price took out to this high over this lower high, okay. So that's the indication. I want to see price actually come above that level so that I can take my entries. And of course price did indeed come above the level, so that would have been a good entry for buys, okay. But then we get stopped out, so we shall buy again, okay. Stop loss underneath, and then TP for this one is going to be at around that level above, okay. Okay, we got stopped out. So that means that the current price momentum is actually for sales, okay. If you observe from the high time frame perspective, we are in for sales, okay. So since we are underneath the second level, I can take my sales. TP is gonna be at this previous low, because we have seen that whenever price went underneath this level, we at least reach that area there. So we shall just sell, and then that's the TP. Of course, now we got stopped out, and then price made a continuation to the upside. We can wait a bit, because in ICC all we are waiting for is an indication. All we are waiting for is an indication, and we have seen that price has already given us an indication by going above this same level. Also, we have another nearest lower high over here. Price already went above it, so that's another good indication for price, okay. So we shall wait and see what price does, okay. All right, so price has given us an indication that it wants to buy, okay. So this is a good indication. If you observe here, this is a good indication, okay. So what do we want to see? We want to see a pullback, which happened over here, and then we see that price came the second time above this level. So I will take my buys in this level, aiming for this the resistance level above. So I'll buy. Stop loss is gonna be underneath this low. As long as that low is protected, I'll be good for buys. Then that's the TP. So shall wait and see. And then over some time, price hit our take profit. Okay, so price hit our take profit, and also it gave us an indication that it's going to actually continue higher. This is what we are meaning by indication: a price point above the previous level of resistance or support. So price has shown us that it's able above that level, that there are buyers above that level. But anyways, if you have been vigilantly trading ICC, you know that you could also have taken this reversal trade. If you observe, you could have taken this entry here, because we have seen that whenever price went underneath this level, it had the potential. If you observe from the previous levels, whenever price went underneath this level, it had the potential to push all the way down. Whenever price went to that level, it had all the potential to push all the way down here. Okay, so we need two indications. First of all, we need to see if price goes underneath this low, so that we can take entries for sales. But if price is unable to undergo that low, then we shall have even more entries for buys. Okay, so we shall wait a bit. Okay, okay, we see that price has already gone underneath this level. Okay, this is an indication. Okay, this is an indication that price is now looking for sales. Okay, so you have seen that whenever price went underneath this level, we had a push towards this second resistance. So for people who want to sell, you can sell up to that level. Okay, that will be your first TP. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, see that level over there? That would have been the TP. If your price went underneath that level, that would have been your TP. You have marked the blue line, because if you see from the other side, whenever price went underneath that level, we had that reached a potential to reach that level. Okay, so what do I want to see again happening in this market? I want to see price actually now start either buying or selling. It depends, but I shall just wait a bit. Okay, until we have an indication. So we see that price is actually now starting to resist a bit. We already have some indication here. Remember that indication is all about price pushing above a previous resistance and breaking. Okay, so if price goes above this blue line that I've marked here, it will have the potential to push all the way. If you observe, it will have the potential to push all the way to this level around here. Okay, that will be the first zone, the first TP anyways. So let's wait a bit. Price is pushing lower until now we break above that level. Okay, and then afterwards we shall buy here. Stop loss underneath this previous low. The first TP is gonna be here. Okay, that will be the first TP, because previously that's where price could have potentially reached. Okay, so that will be the first TP. First TP has been hit. Now I want to see an indication for price that it wants to go above that resistance level above. Okay, we have been resisting, and then after some time we have an indication that price wants to go above. Okay, so we go above the first time, because above that level we see that price can potentially push all the way to this level here. Okay, so that's why I'm having an indication. I'll buy here. Stop loss is going to be underneath this low, so TP is going to be at this level here, because that's where price, above that level, that's where price first reached. Okay, before it faced resistance. Okay, so you see that price has reached our TP. Okay, it reached our TP, then reversed. Okay, as simple as that. It reached our TP, then it started reversing. Okay, so I need an indication for price to give me even more clue that it can go above that level by pushing above the zone. What did we see? Price made a sharp decline after reaching my TP. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Price made a sharp decline after reaching the zone. So it's just a repetition in the process, but you get used to it. Although now the only issue that I have at this area is that actually price actually made an indication that it wants to go higher. Okay, that's a good sign. So what do we want to see? I want to see price. If you observe to the left, anything underneath this level, price was able to push the market all the way to this TP. So may see price push clear liquidity at least up to around here, I think. Yeah, around that area. That could be another good area to take our entries for buys. So let's wait and see. Okay, So price has already given me an indication. The first indication was made. Now we're in the second indication. So I'll buy here. Stop loss will be underneath this previous low, and then my TP will be where price took all the way. So it will be around up to here. Okay, that will be the first TP. Then the second TP I'll buy again so that I can show you the second TP. Okay, if I can, okay, I can. This will be the first stop loss. Second stop loss is here. Okay, then the second TP is gonna be at the high. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for in the markets right now. That's what I'm looking for. Let's wait and see. Okay, so we see that price eventually comes and clears both levels so that we have a massive TP on both levels. That's it, guys. That's ICC, and that's how we trade ICC. As I've been telling you, I don't have to repeat stuff, but if you have this level, let's say you have this level around here, you see that whenever price went above this level, it was able to push at least towards this high. Okay, so whenever price reached that level, it was able to push up to that high. So if price is able to break this level, I will be expecting another push towards that high. As simple as that. It's just repetition. Okay, and for instance, let's go back to this sell. Let's say you are taking sales. Whenever price went underneath this level, okay, it was able to push all the way down to around the first area of resistance, which is around here. Okay, so if price comes back again underneath this level after it goes up, then we can have another beautiful setup so that price reaches this level. Simple as that. You just repeat the process over and over again. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. My name is ZenFX. I'll be showing you more of ICC in the next coming videos, because I believe you guys deserve to know this way of trading. Okay, you deserve to know more of it. I've been learning a lot from ICC trades by Sai, and I want you guys to also learn this method as much as possible. You see, we had a win rate of 60. I took the first losses because I was actually trading in a range. So when you're trading in a range, it's not so clear. If you observe the first loss which I took here, it was a buy. I bought here because price was above this level here, and then my expectation was that when price was above this level, we had the indication that it could go all the way up to that area. But this was just an indication, so I didn't have a clear picture. So it was only after price came above that level a second time that we had that push to the upside until we reached the TP there. So yeah, that's it, guys.